Hi there and welcome to my next video on my YouTube channel Unapologetic with Lorelei. Today I'm in a little bit of a very wet actually forest, and the snow has just gone, and yeah, then it becomes very wet. I'm going to show you soon in a moment actually where I am at the moment and how wet it actually is here. But coming to my topic of today actually is that you don't need to respond immediately when something's happening or something's coming to you or somebody is contacting you or whatever. There's no need for an immediate response, and that's something we forget sometimes, especially in this day and age, this digital day and age. I think it's very important that we are able to calm down and relax and see for ourselves when exactly we should respond and when not, or when delay the response or whichever. And as I said, I was for a pretty long time guilty of it, because it slides into your habits and into your nerve system even. And if you are surrounded by people, whether it's children or husband, partner or work or whatever, who expect you to respond as soon as possible, then well, they call it ASAP, as soon as possible, but it also can mean as slow as possible. So that's up to you to figure it out. But it can really hack into your nerve system if you let it slide and let people get away with it sometimes to force you to respond too quickly. Anyhow, I'm going to talk more on the topic, and before I do that, I'm going to flip the screen, show you the beautiful but wet area where I am at the moment in the forest. And I hope you enjoy the view, and I hope you're going to come and have a walk with me here on this particular topic. So I'm going to see you on the other side of the screen. So this is it where I am at the moment, and I'm going to show you. It's wet and muddy, but still it's nice. It's all a part of nature, isn't it? And that's what we love. Well, at least I do. And coming back to you don't have to respond immediately. Yes, as I just told you, there is a way to respond. I'm just joking, of course, because if you want to leave a comment after watching this video or during watching this video, of course you're very welcome to do so, to give a comment. But coming back to the topic, I think that not everything that reaches you or reaches out to you needs a response, and or anybody, and certainly not an immediate one. And I think there's a quiet kind of pressure to start to react quickly. And I think a lot of it slide into it, as I said before, and it can be about people, work, kids, whatever. And it's this quick pressure to reply and to decide and to address things sooner as they sometimes appear to you, and before you can actually work it through in your mind and think about it. And over time, and I can really speak from experience here, that pressure becomes really internal. And it starts to hack into your nerve system. What it did for me anyhow, and I still sometimes have moments that or situations, and that they trigger me, and then I get nervous, and I'm looking for my phone or whatever to respond as quickly as possible. But I am aware of it, and I'm learning it very much so at the moment. I don't know if it resonates to you, if you well, as I said, if it resonates to you, if you have moments like this, or if you know anybody in your surroundings who's dealing with this. So these words might be a little bit of a help, or a warning sign, or a support for you, and think, because you're certainly not alone in this, that's for sure. And well, what happened to me is that sometimes I didn't even wait before I could. Before somebody asked me something, I already anticipated up front that this was going to come to me, and then, whether it was problems or staying in control over something, and yeah, I was really urgent with my response all the time, and I said, I can't go on like this. It's too nerve-wracking, and then I really realized that I had to slow down in it, and that urgency is not always a real urgency, and it's not always required. And also it's very much not very neutral as well, urgency, because, as I said, it can really trigger your blood pressure or your heartbeat or a stone in your stomach or whatever it is. But when you slow the response, and that's the very interesting part, I believe, something else becomes possible. And I had to learn this from experience, or by experience. I'm sorry, by now you must have known that I'm not, but English is not my mother tongue, so I'll probably make some grammar mistakes here or using the wrongful kind of words, but I hope you still understand where I'm getting at here. And yeah, in the meantime, I hope you like the green forest again and brown. It used to be, it was white for a week or so, but the snow is all gone. And this is also interesting, anyhow. But as I said, if you slow down, if you slow the response, something else really, really opens up for you. And you can also notice your own timing, and you can decide your own timing, and you can hear your own position in the whole matter much more clearly. And as I said, it can be from kids to partner, to work, to colleagues, to even outside, even when you're on holiday, maybe on the airport or whatever. I'm just talking here about examples here, in any phase of life or situation it can be, that you feel the need to really, really quickly respond as soon as possible. And but I, as I said, I really realized that if you give situations room to really, really reveal themselves to you, and what I mean with that is that you really, really understand what actually is coming towards you, then you realize that if you mean to say, I can't deal with it now, I have to pause and think about this, that doesn't mean that you're disengaging in what's coming to you. Far from it, even though there might be people who want to make you feel that way, but it certainly isn't. And but it just means that you're choosing your presence over over a reflex, because that's what it becomes, a reflex after a while, if you're doing it so much. And because I believe nothing meaningful is lost by waiting a moment. Okay, of course I'm not talking about when your kid is crying and it's, "Mom, I broke my wrist." I mean, different kind of response that you have then, of course. But I mean, speaking of normal situations in life, then nothing is lost by waiting a second for before, or a moment or moments to respond. But I think there is more lost when everything feels immediate, because that means your inner peace is gone and your nervous system is too much on edge. And as I said, I really have this from experience, and I know now that if it all feels loud and demanding towards me now, I'm really, really watching myself to see what's happening when I don't respond immediately. And so yeah, in short, I think I could say that not everything needs your words immediately, and not everything needs your decision immediately, and really nothing really needs you right now, instantly. And really, I'm not an expert on this. I'm not a guru or a motivational speaker or whatever. But as I said, I'm just speaking always here on my channel from life experience, from my insights that I've gained over the years. And I hope that it can be helpful for you in some form of way. So with that, I'm going to wish you a very nice day, a happy day if possible, and I hope to see you in my next video. And in the meantime, take care of yourself, take very, very good care of yourself and your loved ones. And as I said, I hope to see you in my next video. I'm posting daily on my channel here, and you might want to subscribe if you like. If you don't, of course you don't. And it certainly doesn't have to be immediately, you know that by now. And but still, I hope to see you in my next video. Bye.